Did you hear about the pony that was doing a recording? He said, "You'll have to excuse me, I'm a little hoarse." My name is Jim Minton, and I have 18 years of financial planning experience. And in the next 7 minutes, I will share 7 secrets to becoming financially fit and hopefully get you on your way to the top of the financial mountain. Secret 1, you need to plan. It just amazes me how many people put so much effort into making money and then put no effort into making that money work for them. They go to school to get a job, establish a career, and climb the proverbial ladder of success. But then they put very little effort into educating themselves about what to do with those dollars. Think for a moment about the game of Monopoly. Do you win just by running around the board and collecting paychecks? No. Eventually you have to save up some money and put that money to work. Now, very few of us are going to get rich quickly. I had a client that called the other day, and he was telling me that it was the 7th day of the 7th month, and in 7 more days his daughter was going to be 7, and so he thought it was his lucky day. So he drove down Route 7 to get to the horse track and arrived at 7 minutes after 7. Now here's where the story gets even better. In the 7th race, the 7 horse, Jack Daniels, was 77 to 1 odds. So he bet $7,000 on that horse to win. Well, my client finally paused a little bit, and I'm thinking, $7,000 at 77 to 1 odds? Did the horse win? No, he replied. He came in 7th. Now, while I'm on horse stories here, let me tell you another one. A man's walking along the beach, and a guy on a horse rides up to him and says, "Kneel down and fill your pockets with sand." Well, the guy thinks this guy's a little crazy, so he kind of tries to walk away and get away from him, kind of ignores him. But then a little later, the guy rides up to him again and yells, "Get down and fill your pockets with sand." So the guy thinks, this guy's a little crazy here. I better put a little bit of sand in my pocket. So he does that. And he goes home that night, and he wakes up the next morning, and he thinks, I better get that sand out of my pockets. And so when he goes to look in his pockets, instead of finding sand, he finds diamonds. And at that point, he's both glad and sad. He's glad that he took what he did, but he's sad that he didn't take a whole lot more. And that's how it is for a lot of folks in their retirement planning. Through 401ks, Roth IRAs, things of that nature. That if you do a good job with those things, some people turn that sand into diamonds. Secret number 4 is by far the most important, so we're actually going to save it till the end. And plus, it got a little goofed up, so we'll save secret number 4. Secret number 5. Most of the financial planning community will tell you that Rip Van Winkle was a great investor. Just throw your money in the stock market, and when you wake up in 25 years, you'll be rich. Unfortunately, that genius was developed during the up markets of 1982 to 1999. But markets go through cycles, and now we're in a very tough cycle where you have to work very hard to be a successful investor. Investing's not easy. I mean, does this look like a good investment? This is Microsoft in 1978. Bill Gates down here in the corner. That often the obvious investments are not good. That the good ones are ones that you really got to dig through, and ones that aren't very obvious. You don't just get rich just by making money, but by wisely managing the money that you make. Mike Tyson's a poster child for that. $30 million he went through, or $300 million in over a 10-year period. $30 million a year, $2.5 million a month that he went through. $83,000 a day, and he ended up bankrupt. You don't get rich just by making money, but by wisely managing the money that you make. On the other end of that was a lady named Osceola McCarty, who washed clothes and ironed for people, and people at the University of Southern Mississippi were amazed when she donated $150,000 to the university. It's not just how much money you make. It's how good of a job you do managing that. And it's hard to resist all the great offers that are out there today. Interest-free credit, no money down. In the Bible it says the borrower becomes the lender's slave. You will never be financially independent if you are a slave to your debt. If your favorite Disney song is I-O, I-O, It's off to work I go. You need some work on your financial independence, just like I need some work on my singing. Insurance is a necessary evil. Why accumulate something if one bad break can take it all away? You need to have your insurance in order. And finally, secret number 4 is to seek professional guidance. And Tiger Woods has kind of ruined this story and all the jokes you could insert here. But the other guy in the picture is Steve Williams. A golfer will pay a caddy 10% of his earnings. So it's not uncommon for Steve Williams to make $1 million in a year. And I'm sure Tiger Woods' golf bag is heavy. Maybe we should be talking about Phil Mickelson's caddy or somebody else's caddy here. But what's a good caddy do? And why do they pay him so much? Well, they provide the information, knowledge, and wisdom the golfer needs. They do the research that maybe the golfer doesn't have time to do that helps that golfer succeed. Well, we'd like to be your caddy as you go about. We specialize in working with people that are playing the back nine of life. And so if we look at kind of a bonus tip here, so many people, they just cover up their eyes in regard to this stuff. It's really important that you take action. So how am I doing on my 7 minutes here? Have I got there? Just to finish up here, to ask you, how can we be a blessing to you in the areas that we have here? One of the things that we offer is a complimentary all ears meeting. I've been preaching at you here over this time frame, but in that all ears meeting, we'll listen and help you establish your goals, what you want to accomplish, evaluate the current plan that you've got, and then develop a game plan to go forward. And it's important that we monitor that plan as things go along. My name again is Jim Minton. You can contact me at 423-1313 or at my email address here, or you can visit our website, timetoretire.com.